the great things about New Year's Eve every year is the chance to look back over the past year, to reflect on important accomplishments and challenges, people we've met, lessons we've learned. Looking back over 2022, there's a lot of that to unpack. We started the year out with COVID lockdowns, canceled meetings, and more Zoom meetings than any of us care to remember. But at the beginning of the year, we took advantage of the opportunities that we've been building for a long, long time to reestablish our professional relations and our relationships with our industry regulators at the Department of Treasury and the IRS. Yeah, they were Zoom meetings, but we did it, and we did it effectively and with the best interests of our industry in mind. At the start of the year, interest rates were zero, and now they stand at about 4.5%. Their production has soared this year to pre-pandemic levels. We will going to be over $6 billion in premium this year. I know you shouldn't make predictions, but I'm feeling in a good mood and I thought I would. At the start of 2022, we were confronted by factoring transactions, once again, preying on injured people and injured their families. In the state of Minnesota, we won a massive total legislative victory dealing with factoring and unnecessary and completely outrageous behavior on the part of the factoring companies. We reestablished NSSTA as the preeminent source for high quality, high impact, high value, and in demand judicial education for state court judges. We were anointed, selected as the court judges educational training program for the state of Minnesota. And we're working to establish that again this coming year in South Carolina. And that's just the start. In May, we hosted the first in-person meeting in our industry here in Washington, D.C. in about the past 40 months. It was a terrific event, a great opportunity to bring members of our industry together with leaders around this community here in Washington, D.C. It was an opportunity for us to say goodbye to one very strong, longtime leader of our industry, Congressman Jim Langevin, an opportunity to honor another congressional leader, Senator Chuck Grassley, who was recently reelected, and welcome back a new and very impressive industry advocate who's becoming a stronger spokesperson for structured settlements every day, Susie Orman. We also inaugurated the Salute to Excellence Awards. It was an idea to basically allow all of our member companies to select someone in their industry, in their company, in their arrangement, to let us know of those individuals and their accomplishments. 28 industry leaders, some young, some a little bit older, but we honored them all, their accomplishments and their contributions. It was a fabulous event. We're going to do it again in 2023. The NASTA Women's Caucus continues to impress. What a sharp, smart, impressive group of industry leaders who are teaching us every day what it means to be part of an industry organization, but stepping up and educating young women to be part of this organization, professionally active and involved, but also setting a standard for all of us with events like Gina Atteen coming and speaking to us in Washington, the March to End Breast Cancer in Chicago, the fabulous events like the dinner we held at the Monocle. Paula, I'll never forget that dinner. We established a new DEIB committee, and we worked over the past year with a totally impressive Glodian champion, who I think really did impress people at our virtual meeting this fall. We launched a nationwide structured settlements information campaign with the National Consumers League and their 14 million members. That campaign is resonating across the country with people for the first time learning about the structured settlements, and those who know about structured settlements becoming renewed in their interest and their enthusiasm for helping injured people settle their cases using a structured settlement. As if the year couldn't have gotten any more exciting or impressive for this industry, we hosted, produced, launched the most successful structured settlements CSC program in our industry history at the University of Texas. Most successful, look at the numbers. 48 students attended the program. 7 pre-session webinars conducted for those students in separate, impressive presentations at the University of Texas. It was a fabulous program, and the CSSC committee deserves an enormous amount of credit. We're going to relaunch that program again in 2024, I think in the very first few months of 2024. We worked with the California Insurance Commissioner, established a new relationship with Commissioner Lara, and leaders in the California State Legislature to sign into law protections for annuitants in California. It was a massive industry-wide win, and we were very successfully involved in leading that effort. So that's 2022 in sort of a nutshell. And I left a lot of things out, I'm sure. It wasn't to offend anyone. But we have a new year confronting us. And I say confront because New Year's are just like that. It's a lot of challenges, opportunities, but also the unknown. There's a new Congress that's going to be coming to Washington. 84 newly elected members of Congress. That's about 1/5 of the entire Congress will be here new in Washington for the first time working on Capitol Hill. Many, if not all of them, know very, very little about structured settlements and our industry. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're going to work with this new Congress, though, to expand opportunities for people dealing with and suffering with PTSD, sexual abuse victims, injured workers working for the federal government on energy initiatives and others. We're going to get and make allowable structured settlements to settle their personal injury cases and claims. We have to work to expand the Structured Settlements Caucus. We lost half the members of the Congressional Caucus in this past midterm election season alone. We're going to have to rebuild and reestablish with some of our allies, but in many of our allies, rededicate our focus and effort with the American Association of People with Disabilities, the American Council of Life Insurers, the American Association for Justice, the National Disability Institute, the National Association of State Treasurers, and the National Consumers League. Those aren't just letters and names and organizations. Those are our industry allies. They stand up to make a difference for us every day. And in 2023, we're going to be working together to accomplish great things, new things for industry. Right off the bat, in the early part of next year, we're going to host a program in Washington, D.C. we've called 2 Days to Make a Difference. 2 days to come to Washington, D.C. And I invite you to come and join us. The NSSTA Board of Directors, our PAC board, agency leaders, and you, individual leaders and members of our industry, come to Washington. We're going to meet with members of Congress. This used to be called Take the Hill. We really can't say that much anymore, but we can make a difference. And we're going to do that with new members of Congress, old friends, and new chairmen of committees. We have a congressional outreach campaign as well that we need your help with. I'm going to close with this. We came up with a slogan a couple years ago. We are stronger together. And in fact, we are stronger when we work together. We're an industry of dynamic professionals who are talented, trained, effective leaders in working with people who are dealing with serious physical injuries. These people work better and best for our clients when we work together. Plaintiff consultants, defense consultants, the life insurance companies and their leaders and their attorneys. We work together as a dynamic, exceptionally talented industry when we work together. 2023 has got to be the year that we bring our industry back together. And I mean that sincerely, not necessarily all organizationally, but certainly in the way we conduct our business and conduct ourselves professionally. This is a critical challenge and an opportunity for industry. A new member of Congress told me just the other day, he was on Capitol Hill. He'll be sworn in on January 3rd. Tell me a little bit about structured settlements. What I told him was, it's an industry dedicated and focused on helping seriously injured people and their families live with dignity, security, and respect. And he said, "Oh, you've got my support." Well, I hope you all have a fabulous new year this year. And I also hope you and your families have a productive and happy 2023. Thank you very much.